What's up?
Hey.
Put your headphones
on. But I'm gonna put them on over my hat. And this is a really insulated hat, so
Can you hear me?
I mean a little.
Okay. Enough.
Does this look stupid?
It looks great.
It looks great for radio.
Looks very 2020.
Cool. I like the cover of did you see the cover of 7 Days? That's like the flapper girl.
No.
Well, I'll show it to you because it's right there. Hold on.
I picked it up, but I didn't look at it.
See, there's like lions and flapper girl.
So that's 2020. That shows us what's
2020.
The spirit of 2020 is a flapper. Because they're the roaring 20s. That's what that is.
Wasn't there a really bad like epidemic or something in the 20s?
Wasn't prohibition in the 20s?
That's why everybody got sick, probably.
Or was it the 30s?
You have to sterilize your innards with alcohol, or else you get sick.
Oh, I see.
I don't really believe that. I don't even drink alcohol, and I'm usually pretty healthy.
Yeah,
usually. Except for, remember that I had that bad flu.
Even on New Year's, she didn't drink anything.
I did, but I only had a little bit. Well, it was enough, and I was like, wee!
You always just have like a glass, and then you're just bonkers.
Yeah, so.
You're so lucky. You're so lucky. That's so rare.
It's pretty obnoxious.
So many people struggle with alcohol.
Well, see, if you really want to have some fun with alcohol, don't drink it, because then if you ever do, like me, it literally takes like 3 sips and you're fully.
Yeah, but that only lasts for like a month. Not even a month. For people who are regular drinkers, you can take off. Like I took off for 2.5 years.
Yeah.
And then went back to it. And at first it was like that. But then very soon it became like.
That's because you can't go back to it, dude. You have to just do it sparingly. You can't. Okay, it's not going to work if you've pickled your insides. Like you have to like.
It was 2.5 years I didn't pickle myself.
I know. But then you said that you started drinking like normally again.
Yeah.
So that's why it doesn't work.
Just stick to a glass.
I don't know. And only every once in a huge while. And you save a lot of money, I bet.
Yeah, but I'm a much more excessive personality than you. So
I wish it would be fun almost like even though I'm not really into it, it would be fun to just every once in a great while to just drink excessively, but I would just like pass out.
You'd feel so sick.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be fun
at all.
For
me. I'm just not into that.
Well, when I spend money on alcohol, I don't spend money on desserts.
Well, it's kind of the same.
It's sugar,
thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't buy desserts when I'm drinking because it's so much sugar that you either kind of have one or you have the other.
Desperate for sugar yesterday. I was just wandering back and forth from the pantry to the refrigerator, and I just kept doing it all day long, being like, "What do I want? I don't want anything here. I don't want none of this."
What did you have? What did you have in your house? Anything?
I mean,
sugary?
I had plenty of food, but I was just lazy and I didn't want to like make anything, so it needed to be a pre-made thing.
You didn't have any cookies?
No, we were out of cookies. Wow. I did eat a couple chocolate Lindt balls because we had a couple.
Lint. Oh, Lindt. I was thinking of dry that comes out of the dryer.
Yeah, I scraped it out of the dryer.
That sounds really bad. Chocolate Lindt balls.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I'm not gonna eat that.
And that was okay, but what I really wanted was like a big frozen like smoothie with berries and mango and stuff, like that kind of sweet. But I was way too lazy, and the thought of making the blender really dirty. Blenders are such awful things to clean. Because you got to take them all apart, and you got to take the little rubber gasket out, and then you're trying to like wash those blades, and you usually get cut.
I know. The trick is you have to wash it like right away.
Yeah, I usually second I pour the smoothie out, I like swish it with some really hot water and hope that like kind of does the trick, but it doesn't. Like everything seeps down.
But you can't even enjoy what you made if you don't wash the blender first. You just have to wash it.
You have blender guilt.
Yeah. It just spoils it.
Anyway.
I know. Well.
Oh, I just read, or John was reading to me, the top 10 foods to combat anxiety. And one of them was dark chocolate, green tea, yogurt, salmon, which I hate. And I forgot the rest. But.
Nice.
There were a couple of those that I thought were good.
That's pretty easy.
Yeah, I forgot the rest.
Yeah, I do yogurt daily, I would say.
I don't love yogurt, which is weird, but I will mix it with like smoothies. I like raspberry yogurt.
Maple. Well, you don't like
I don't
maple.
like maple.
Maple yogurt's
And
great,
plain
though.
yogurt is just weird. It's like cold and tarty,
You mix
sour.
it with, well, I was going to say this doesn't work for you, but I put it with hot cereal with maple syrup and like dried cranberries and walnuts. I know you hate all that stuff.
I do.
I just listed off all the stuff
No,
that you
I like
hate.
hot cereal. I like hot cereal.
What do you put on it?
In hot cereal, I put a little I put like a big plop of applesauce and a little sprinkling of brown sugar and mix it in. That's how I eat my hot cereal.
Okay, that's all right.
I just don't like my foods to mix. Like I wouldn't, even though I like blueberries and sometimes bananas and things like that, I just don't want to put a cool fruit in with a hot cereal. Like I don't like those texture combos.
Yeah. I like it. It helps cool down.
Yeah, John puts the weirdest stuff. Like he takes like granola, and it's usually crazy granola. Like granola has all kinds of other dried crap in it,
it's
like
chunky.
dried cranberries and dried other things and raisins and things. And then he pours some milk over it, and then he slices a banana into it, and then he like dollops it with some other stuff. Like
Right. That's kind of
like yogurt
that's
or something.
What I do.
Yeah, until it's just this big heap of like garbage.
Yeah.
And then he eats it, and it's like, how do you even know what's going in your mouth right now?
But it fuels him for the whole day. You know?
It's just
It's all his barn chores. It's fueling him.
I feel bad. I've been super lazy lately because I've been letting him do the lion's share of all the farm work in the last few weeks because I know starting on Tuesday that I got to do it again.
Right.
So I've basically like refused to like lift a finger. I haven't said that. I've just been like,
strike.
oh yeah, I'm busy. Like when it's time to go out for chores.
Busy.
So he's been doing them. I'm not like really busy.
Yeah.
Well, I was kind of busy last couple days because
well, you're always busy. I mean, if you want to be, you've always got stuff to do.
I was scanning I wasn't scanning. I was taking pictures of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of old-fashioned pictures, or not old-fashioned pictures of John's mom, and sending them to his sister for this. It's her 90th birthday party.
That was great. Were those photos just in boxes and stuff?
And albums in the attic. There's just
that was impressive.
So many. She had such a beautiful, idyllic childhood. It was
I know.
Always just like sailing and hiking and horseback riding and camping and and they grew up in Brooklyn, but they their family owned a big fancy department store. They had help. Like they had in their house. They had like governesses or a nanny or something. They had like the kind of
what department store?
I think it was called Newman's.
Really?
Yeah.
They're not called Newman.
No, they apparently just decided to not be Jewish anymore at some point and change their name.
Wow.
I guess.
That's such a fantastically interesting story.
I know. I
like
want to
that.
hear more
I'm going to ask him to explain that at some point.
I was super fascinated to look through all these old pictures of just... I look through, we have lots of old photos on our family too, and because, people saved things, but they're all very farm, poor people. They're poor people pictures, old-fashioned pictures, which are cool in a way because you kind of have this idea of how the working class was in Vermont and New Hampshire and stuff like that at that time. But this is a different kind of look that I just haven't really gotten so involved in. More upper class. What was it like? 90 years ago as a more upper class child.
Right.
Anyway, it's
and my family,
the pictures are beautiful because, of course, everyone had beautiful cameras.
Right. My family's all immigrants.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of foreign languages.
That's cool.
Well, I don't know, Greek, Italian, Scottish, English, big mishmash. So
I'm mostly just English, Canadian, French, Scandinavian, and a little native peoples. Mm-hmm. Nothing real cool. Yeah, you have
sadly. A New England blend.
I am a very New
That's
England
a beautiful,
blend.
typical New England blend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I do like that. Sometimes I think my blend is a little strange, a little odd.
No.
Kind of giving a strange twist to my life. But it's okay.
Special blend.
It's okay. So here's a stupid game from Facebook you have to play with me today because I know you'll kind of make it fun.
Is this that How Picky Are You game?
No. What's that game? What's that one?
It just listed 50 foods and you had to say whether you liked them or not. And I took it and I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
I don't like any of these foods.
You're picky.
Anyway. Okay. What's your game?
No, this one, I'm going to say a word and then you have to take, you have a middle name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you say the word, and then you say the first word that comes to your brain that starts with the letter of your middle name. The first letter of your middle
what's
name.
your middle name?
Think of my cousin. My cousin's last name is my middle.
Weird.
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay.
It's Italian. I got the Italian and the Greek
cool
in my names.
Okay. All right. So I'm ready. Go.
Okay.
Wait.
Do you get the rules?
Whatever my answer is has to start with the first letter of my middle name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Go.
Where?
What?
WEAR. Wear something. Wear something.
Something that you wear.
Yeah, something that you wear.
Okay. All right. Something that starts with an leg warmers. What?
Yeah. Good.
Okay.
Drink.
Lemonade. Am I on a time constraint?
No.
Okay.
No. But it just a stream of consciousness.
Okay.
So go
all right.
quick.
I'm usually better at this. Okay. Go.
Okay. Place.
Louisiana.
Eat dinner.
Louise.
Animal.
Lion.
Girl's name.
Can I just use my own middle name, Louise?
No. Oh, sure. Okay, you can.
I could say something else like Lola.
Okay.
What?
Boy's name.
God, there's not many boys' names that start with L, are there?
Larry.
Oh, yeah.
No, but I said it. You have to say it.
Oh, God.
Sorry, we wasted Larry.
Leonard.
Okay. Profession.
I was going to say lion tamer, but I've already used lion before, so I can't use lion tamer. So I'll say Lamborghini mechanic. No, how about lawyer? God.
Oh, good. Of course, lawyer. Okay. Word to describe someone.
Loopy.
I kept thinking lucky is for L. Something in your home.
Oh God, but there's so many somethings in my home. Lamp.
Okay. Body part.
Lips.
Middle name.
Louise.
Well, okay. Yeah. Okay, that was good. That was it.
I kick butt as categories, and that's kind of like that game. But I'm better at writing it down. I have a weird vocal recall. I can actually, if I wrote that down, I would be like instantaneous.
Right.
It's really weird.
You can see the letter.
Yeah, I'm visual. That was fun.
I am too. I thought you'd have fun with that. Yeah. So, gonna ask you about my recording session.
Oh yeah, I saw some pictures.
How was
I'm in like a time warp.
Session?
I'm in a time warp this week. It's been crazy.
No, it's fine. I'm just
you didn't get killed by the off the street musician.
No, and my cats had a great time. My cats got totally spoiled.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Did they give them cheese?
Yes.
Okay.
And petted them constantly.
Wow.
And there is always a silver lining to a bad experience. I mean, that's what I say. Yeah. And for every unstable genius in the world, there are like 4 regular people. I would say that's the ratio about.
I would say we're pretty even. I'd say there was like about an even amount of unstable people as stable people.
Really?
Or maybe even...
No, I said unstable genius.
Oh.
That's a little different.
So you think 1 out of every 5 people are an unstable genius?
Yeah, that's about right.
Are you getting that phrase from our president? I couldn't even think of what to call him for a minute.
Would you call him that?
No, I never have before.
Okay.
But I just couldn't think of a way to describe it right off the top of my head.
Right.
That person.
Right. Well, the session helped me develop.
Oh, wait. He called himself a stable genius, right?
Oh, is that what it was?
Unstable genius.
That's right.
Yeah.
So you did make sort of a logical connection to it. But I would say that session helped me develop guidelines for future sessions.
Like
to help people understand what my expectations are. And so I made a little list because I love making lists.
Me too. Okay, what is it?
Number 1, don't come a day early.
Ew, no.
That's number
Worst
1.
idea ever.
Okay, number 2.
That goes up to all house guests, actually, in the world.
Yeah, don't come a day early.
No.
Okay, number 2.
Because we're still cleaning up our crap.
Yeah, number 2, if you book in the winter, arrive in a car that has snow tires. Number 2.
Yeah, good one.
Okay, number 3, don't indulge in primal screaming without warning. others.
That sounds so much like a museum group I had a couple years ago, a tour group. One of the people in the tour group would just burst into spontaneous singing at different points of the tour.
Really?
Which I remember thinking, this would be okay if it was just he and I, but the other people here on this tour don't know him and think that he's crazy.
Yeah.
I get that he was, like, things were reminding him of something, and he was kind of one of those just overly social people who, like, looks at an object and thinks of a song that it reminds him of and then starts singing it in a like operatic voice. But it was uncomfortable for everyone else. Okay.
So
I understand that.
What was the average length of his song?
Oh, he just did a few lines. He just did a line or two. It wasn't like he sang the entire song, but it was still awkward.
Yeah, because you're held hostage. Basically, you're forced to listen to them.
Yeah, and I was like in the middle of talking for most of the time.
So this applies to primal screaming.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just don't do that without, at least letting people know that you're gonna do it.
Okay.
Don't smoke so much pot that I have to breathe it all day and all night in my house.
Man, how are you supposed to be a good record producer if you're high?
Well, I didn't get
accidentally
high.
But
accidentally high. I kept sort of checking myself. I'd be like, I really should go outside for a minute. I think
Maybe shouldn't. Maybe you should just have a no smoking at all in your house policy, because that's what normal people do.
Yeah. Most people think to ask.
Yeah.
But I'm a pushover. I don't like to study. Creative people, you want to let them do what they need to do to get in the mood.
It's probably not good for your equipment either. You should just...
Pot smoke isn't good for my equipment.
Any smoke is not good for your equipment.
That's a stretch.
I would say you don't want smoke around electronic equipment.
Yeah.
Of any type.
Well, okay. Okay, so number 5, we just have a couple more.
Okay.
If you're going to do hallucinogenic drugs during the session, just please let me know in advance. Let me know in advance.
This is getting worse and worse, okay?
Okay.
This is just bad.
Okay, last one, number 6. Don't pay for the session with a gift card.
Oh my frigging God. That probably is expired or doesn't even work.
No, it actually, I don't know. I sort of said that in jest because I went to the grocery store right away. I said, I got to see if this actually works. Yeah. So I did a big grocery shopping and it worked. It actually worked.
Good, but I'm still, I disapprove highly of everything to do with everything.
Yeah, well, that's kind of how it went. That's how it was.
It's a good thing I wasn't there. I would be judging so hard.
I think I wish I said to a few friends, I said, hey, you want to drop by this weekend? I think I'm going to have this interesting recording session. I could use a little backup.
I should have come and been really disapproving and judgy until they just ran away. I'm not good at doing that, but I might be able to do it to the perfect strangers.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. So
I could have tried. It would have been good practice for me and being mean to people.
Right.
Because that was one of my New Year's resolutions, is to be mean to people.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Well,
Seriously?
Just to
assert yourself.
No, yeah. And I don't mean I'm just going to go around being mean. But when people are being mean to me, which happens all the time because I just give off this vibe of please be mean to me. And then I always take it. No, my resolution, not that I really thought this through, but I was just no, I'm just going to be mean back now. If somebody's being snarky, I'm just going to try to not care that I don't want to be snarky. I'm just going to try to not care that I don't want to do that. And I'm just going to do it.
Okay.
Here comes the train. Na 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 na. Here comes the train.
I hear it. I hope it's better this time. I'm going to open the door.
Okay.
I was a little disappointed last week.
Opening the door, but all right, then. Wait, it seems to have stopped coming.
That's impossible.
Oh, it's coming again.
It can't stop.
What's this under?
The train has to keep going until it gets to the station, or if it hits something like a bale of hay. Would a bale of hay stop a train?
Not even.
What about a penny? A quarter?
No. Although that's illegal. People do it all the time.
Yeah. What if you put
it's not illegal because they think you're going to derail a train. It's illegal because you're defacing federal property money. You're not supposed to do that to money, which is sad because I just bought some earrings made out of coins and that's probably illegal. Oh my God.
Here it comes.
Okay.
Shh. Wow.
I think Todd's gone anyway.
Oh, shh. Yeah, that's the real deal. That is a real deal. That was a real train. That was really a train.
Oh, what happened to the window here? It seemed to have... Okay. Now that we've got that out of our system.
God. I feel so much better.
I wonder if I'll ever stop being sarcastic to you about the train.
I don't really care.
Someday we should switch places and I'll be like, for the whole time the train is going by, and you can be like, oh, shut up. It's just a train.
That's not what I don't do that.
I know. I don't do that either. No, I guess I do sometimes.
No, I just commune. I just commune with it. Oh, whoops. I got to connect this again. Okay, we have to go to a song.
Okay, but let me introduce our show because we never did.
Go
11th
ahead.
Hour Radio, blah, blah, blah.
That's no way to introduce our show.
11th Hour. Wait, I got to clear my throat.
Just say it the way that you, like a professional would say it.
11th Hour Radio, broadcasting live from Royalton Community Radio, WFVR 96.5.
See, you can actually do that. You just choose not to.
I choose not to do lots of things.
It's good to know that you can actually do it,
I don't think our listeners know that
to.
this is fully not my personality. Like, I'm really not this ridiculous and annoying. I guess I am. To you. Like, not out in the world in general. I let myself be this way with you, Christina.
Okay. I feel special.
Good.
All right. Here's a song.
What are you playing?
This is wait a minute. No. It's Beth Duquette and Richard Ruane.
All right.
Okay?
Okay.
All right. Ellie Brown is the name of the track. Here we go.
I roam this state all over, I roam this state around. Back home in Windham County, I knew sweet Ellie Brown. Her eyes, they said, come see me, her smile said, come to stay. I thought I was her only love, thought it was my one true love, thought it was our one true love, but her love fell away. I moved up north to Newport, drove trucks from Derby Line, then down to Middlebury and Rutland for some time. From Bennington to Richford, I'll always have a friend. I might think of Ellie Brown as I drive from town to town. Think about sweet Ellie Brown, but only now and then. I heard that Ellie married, has children 1, 2, 3. Moved back to Windham County from a place across the sea. She's got a loving husband, she's happy settled down. But I recall her lovely smile as I drive my laughter mile. And I could visit for a while, but I'm never in that town. I roam the state all over, I roam the state around. Back home in Windham County, I knew sweet Ellie Brown. Her eyes, they said, come see me, but how was I to know? I thought I was her only love. What did I know about my love? Now I've learned about our love. I've learned to let it go.
Sure was pretty.
It was pretty.
That mandolin picking, I'm going to have to look and see who was doing that. That was sweet. Just had a nice feel to it, a nice touch. You know, sometimes people just have a really nice touch with their instruments.
Do. A light touch is very important.
Yeah, and soft, like, and expressive. Not just trying to, like, play as many notes as possible. It's just
know.
Like, just play
less is more sometimes, especially with a mandolin, because, you know, you're already plucking 2 strings at a time, so you need less of them.
That's right. If you can play one, even just one note really nicely, that counts for so much in this world.
It kind of does. One note can just give you shivers.
Yeah.
If it's the right note at the right time.
Hey, I think we should just give a heartfelt thank you to our listeners and especially our regular listeners.
Yeah.
So let's do that. Let's just say thank you. Thank you, everybody who listens.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
We don't know why you listen, but we love that you listen. I should thank our sponsors too, but where did Courtney put that paper thing? Is that it?
I don't know.
It? Can you reach that
Here,
thing
you
for
want
me?
some candy?
Well, remember I ate candy during the show last time and it was bad?
Should we thank people in person? Like, do people like their names said on the radio? I just don't know if people like that or not. I'd be happy to say people's names. Like, probably Glow and her mom, that's fine. I could say their name and say thank you to them.
And we know Paul is listening, probably.
And I think because, you know,
we haven't asked him
Paul
a
helps
question
us.
yet.
Paul helps us get our facts straight.
I know.
So we have to mention him, and then we have to mention Keith and Tina, who have been some of our earliest listeners when we were just babies doing a radio show, and we didn't know what we were doing at all, and we still don't really know what we're doing.
Something has changed?
Yeah, well, I don't know.
I know what you're saying.
How has it changed? Can you describe how it's changed in 6 years, how the show has changed?
I mean, I still cringe when I listen to our show, but I don't cringe as much.
Is that all? Is that the only difference? That you've got?
Christina, I don't know. It's us. Like, we're too close to the fact to...
Yeah, I think you're right.
I don't know how it's changed, but I would like to also thank our sponsors, Howvale Farms, Mountain Folk, Safeline, and 5 Old Tavern and Grill. I could read about them, but they're all... It's alphabetically listed here.
It's too hard. We can't think that hard on this show.
That's hard. I will do it next time though.
Okay.
But I do thank them.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. I had this great idea for a new product that we could make money on.
What?
Make goose down cat capsules. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Well, it's like my cat. Well, this is what happened. It happened this morning. I have this nice little down jacket that I wear in the house all the time. And so when I take it off, as soon as I take it off, the cat jumps up and claims it and sits on it. Mm-hmm. And she's so happy. There's no time that she's more happy than when she's encased and she puts her little head into the armhole. So I'm saying we could make these cat capsules.
Oh, well, they have these little felted, like, cat ball caves that they can go in.
Cat ball caves? Are you sure you're saying that right? Cat ball caves? That doesn't sound right to me.
I'll look them up and tell you what they're really called.
You mean a cat bed?
It's like a bed, but it's like a little ball. It's like a bubble.
Oh, it has a roof on it. It's a cave.
Yes. We have this giant head, like this mask. It's a lamb mask. It's big.
What? A lamb mask?
Yeah, but you know, it's like what those mascots wear, like the big fuzzy heads that you can wear like a costume.
At football games?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have one that looks like a sheep.
You do?
And
what do you do with it?
Well,
usually?
You can wear it on your head if you want to.
But normally, how would you use
nothing.
it?
Normally, it like lays in the landing of our upstairs hallway.
When's the last time you used it?
I think my father was the last person who wore it. He attempted to drink a beer while wearing it, which was very hard because it doesn't have a mouth hole.
Was there
It just has eye holes. So he was trying to stuff the beer up the tiny little neck hole to get it to his mouth, but then he didn't have enough room to like tip it inside.
Was this on his birthday? Or just some other festive occasion?
I don't remember. It was a year or two ago.
So you pull it out for like holidays?
You know, it's just something that John had to buy because we have a sheep farm, and clearly if you have a sheep farm, you need to buy a giant sheep head.
I don't think you do.
Whatever. So anyhow, it's perfectly round and woolly inside and out, so the cats like to use it as a bed. So it's in the landing so that they can sleep inside of it. So sometimes you see the cat head wiggling.
So I see what you're getting at here is that we could have a whole line of products of
felted
alternative cat beds. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I think that's what I'm saying.
Okay, I don't really want to get into it. I mean, I don't want to start another business.
See, look at this little.
Honestly.
See the ball that the cat can go in, and it's felted and cozy.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if you're going to show me stuff on your phone, actually, that is kind of cool. I never saw one like that.
You can make those.
My cat
you can
out of
hand felt. Yeah.
If you're gonna show me something on your phone, I'm gonna show you something on my phone. Okay, ready? This is gonna be cool. You gotta listen. I'm gonna put it up to them. Listen.
So okay.
This is a video that I got New Year's Eve at 12 o'clock. Ready?
Yeah. That's Robert.
No. He'd play it better than that.
Oh, it's not Robert? It's so cute. It's Penny Whistle playing Old Lang Syne.
Yes.
Who is it?
It's Wilder.
Wilder plays a penny whistle?
You know, kids that go to Waldorf
school. Oh, yeah, that's
school.
true. He did go to the Waldorf school.
It was his first instrument at Waldorf school. Was a recorder.
Adorable.
So he's 28 now, and he's still like playing badly. But it's okay.
That's adorable. I hope my kids
heartwarming.
send me a video like that on New Year's Eve someday.
Yeah.
Look at this cat bed. Earth Tone Solutions Radiant
No,
Realm
I'm
Felted
done.
Wool Cat Cave Bed.
I'm done with
it's
cat
a pumpkin. It's like a cat inside a pumpkin.
Okay, that's cool.
You're not done with cat beds. You won't be done with cat beds till you're dead.
Well, okay, if you put it that way.
All right, what? Now I have this Werther's candy in front of me and I want to eat it, but that doesn't go over well on the radio.
Well, okay,
so
let's
look at it for another.
Let's talk about a really serious topic. Okay, so I got my phone notifies me when my podcasts are updating. Like I have on podcasts that I subscribe to, they update, and that my phone sends me a message that there's a notification, I guess is what's called, that's updating. So I got one this morning that said I was subscribed to something called The Climb, and I didn't remember subscribing to it, so and the subheading was Pick Johnny's Brain. So I followed it, and it was a question that was basically the podcast is somebody asks a question, and the podcast answers the question. So the question was, should I be authentic if I'm boring?
Yes. I think you just keep plugging away at being boring, and eventually it'll work out for you.
Well, I think as I looked a little deeper into the podcast,
somebody is not going to find that person boring.
Well,
Who says they're boring?
Okay, let's refine this a little bit. What if you're a musician or a performer? Because I think this podcast pertains to people in the arts.
Well, if you're a performer, it isn't having anything to do with being authentic. A performer is a performer.
Just bad.
You're an entertainer. Your point is to entertain. Right. So if you're not entertaining when you're being authentic, then you're not a performer. So you need to be inauthentic and just go with what entertains. Afraid that is the deal.
Or just switch jobs.
Or just be like, well, then I won't make any money. You're not going to make any money anyway as a performer, but I'm just saying.
Well, if you feel boring on stage when you're performing, that's going to translate as a not very entertaining experience for sure.
Right.
So I just think that's...
different job.
Different job would be a good idea.
Or, if you're making yourself happy and people still can bear to listen to you, then do it, whatever.
Or try stand-up comedy, because that'll get right to the heart of the matter, right? You can fudge a lot with music, because people are just fascinating seeing with people who stand on stages with guitars get a lot of attention, like even if they're bad. Yeah. But if you're bad at stand-up comedy, you know it right away. Like, you don't get to stand up there. You don't have a guitar as a prop. You don't get to stand there holding a guitar. No, right?
No.
I mean, there might be a couple.
You could try it.
There's a couple stand-up comedians that I think use instruments as props, like maybe Steve Martin. Didn't he have a banjo sometimes?
I feel like he did.
But he actually plays banjo very well.
Steve Martin plays banjo very well.
Who else? There must be a comedian that plays a ukulele. Right, there must
Probably,
be.
because those just lend themselves to humor. Because, like, why are they so little?
Yeah, they look silly when a big guy has a little ukulele. It just kind of looks a little funny, unless you grew up in Hawaii, and then that's normal. Because there's big people playing small instruments all over the place.
Right. That's right, Christina.
I know so much about music.
I think that little people playing huge instruments is also hysterical. Like, every time I see somebody take like a giant stand-up bass or a cello out of a case, I just laugh, because I'm like, why is that so big?
Yeah.
And tubas? Like, who thought of that? That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Why would you have a giant brass instrument that's as large as you? How do you even carry that around?
Yeah. I didn't choose to play
Who was it that used to be in the town band here? I think Lester Corwin, maybe, here in South Royalton, who used to ride his bike from somewhere in Tunbridge down to his town band practice with his tuba strapped to him on the back of the bike. And it was very funny. So it was like a Richard Scarry illustration. So, like, here's like a guy in a pickle car, like with a tuba, or like a gorilla with a tuba. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, but
he was entertaining. You see, he had the spirit.
That's right. Without even playing it, he was entertaining.
That's right. So he was a born entertainer, and he was not a boring person, and he knew it, and he took full advantage of the fact that whatever he did, it was going to be entertaining for people.
Yeah,
I appreciate that. So, tuba or no tuba, right? You don't always need a tuba, but for him, that was part of his shtick.
Does the tuba need like more air than a regular instrument? Because it's just got it's so big.
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
How do you fill it with air enough to make the sound come out the other end?
Yeah.
Well,
that's why it makes such short spurts of sound, because you can't keep it sustained for a long time. It's like, think of oompa music, or think of what is it they play in Nolans? Down in Nolans. What do you call that music?
Like Cajun?
No. I guess it's not good.
Cajun music doesn't have a lot of tuba in it.
Is it Dixieland? But it's something. No, it's not Dixieland. I can't just think of it. But
it's all right. I forgot what we were originally talking about anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. We're talking about the podcast and being boring. Really, that's what it came from. But being authentically boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's just in your normal life, go for it.
So you're okay.
I dated a couple really boring people, and I don't think that they're bad because of that.
They just need...
And they wouldn't be boring maybe to someone else.
Well, I think people should partner up who have similar traits. And boring is a state of... It's like, it's all relative. So yes, I totally agree with you that what you and I might find boring in a person is not necessarily boring to somebody else.
Actually, boring is probably the wrong word.
Because we're boring to people too.
We're so totally boring.
Like, people who turn us off think we're boring.
I don't know. I think the people who turn us off don't think we're boring. I think they think we're aggravating. Really? There's a difference. Like, we get under their skin and they want to punch us. I think someone has said that to us already.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it.
Yeah.
No, I think the people I'm thinking of that I was describing as boring were actually just dumb, and that's different.
Okay, but the person who said that to me, who was completely aggravated by the show and had to turn it off, she's become a good friend.
She probably still doesn't listen, though.
No, she does. She listens to at least driving to work. I think she turns it on for 20 minutes.
Because her hands can grip the steering wheel really tightly, and she can imagine that it's our neck.
It's easier to handle when you're, like, you can handle a lot of stuff if you're in a car driving.
Yeah.
You know,
I can see how it'd be really irritating.
Things, but it's easier to process things, and things that are absurd, you can make more sense when you're driving in a car. Like your life, for example, right? When you're driving in your car,
it's a good little bubble of like, it's like your sanity bubble.
That's right. You think it's not so bad. My life is not so bad.
Nothing can get you in a car. I feel safe in the car, even though cars aren't technically that safe. It's it's the place where I have the good talks with my kids too. Everybody feels like a little bit less vulnerable in a car. You're in your bubble.
And you're going somewhere.
Yeah.
You're not just stationary. You're actually going somewhere.
That was some very good advice. Someone told me if you ever want to approach a tricky topic with your kids, wait till you're in the car to do it. They're captive.
Oh.
They don't have to look you in the eye, which is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And they just feel more relaxed and able to talk to you about things.
Yeah.
It does work.
When my kids became teenagers, that was the only place that I talked to them was in the car.
Yeah. Yep.
That was it. Because they didn't really want to be with me for the most part, but they had to have rides until they got a license in a car. Right. So they were stuck with me as their chauffeur. Mm-hmm. And I was a pretty chatty, philosophical chauffeur who wanted to talk about the big questions in life. Why? Why do we exist and stuff like that, which they suffered through.
It all worked out, Christina.
Yeah, I think
now
so.
They're playing penny whistles.
Yeah. Okay, time for a song, I think.
Okay, what now?
Seems like we just played one, but...
Yeah.
I have another, and this one's called I Got Love If You Want It. Nice. That's our 2020 theme. I got love if you want it. Okay. So, on that note, here we go.
This morning, I got love this morning. 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 We get a rock a while. We get a rock a while. Quit teasing me, baby. Baby, oh, with your fine brown thing, oh, with your fine brown thing. Let me love you, baby. I'll be your loving man. I'll be your loving man. Now here you come, baby. Now here you come, baby. With your head hung down, oh, with your head hung down. I know you've been boy, talks all over town, talks all over town. My next door neighbor, can I do the thing? Can I do the thing? Oh, it's alright. It's all this time. It's all this time. while. We can rock a while. We can rock a while.
Yeah, that was Chris Kleeman and Malkum. Is it Johnson?
That's an underused name.
I always forget it, and he spells it funny, like Malkum, I think. He's a great player and singer.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. Make the most of it.
Sometimes
how to make the most of clearing your
childish
throat on the air.
need to make weird sound effects in the microphone.
I know. We crinkled paper last week.
Me.
I don't know. If you find something to crinkle, I'm happy with you doing that again.
A couple of years ago, have you ever seen those? It's like a toy plastic microphone, but it's hollow and it makes an echo. If you like, I can't remember who got it. Maybe my niece in her Christmas stocking a few years ago.
Yes.
And I just remember being like, hello, hello, hello. And it like for a really shockingly long time. Like I played with the toy.
No, I watch not a podcast or a YouTuber who's always picks it up when he gets really excited. He picks it up and he starts to use it. It's so annoying.
Wow.
I'm sure you were just as annoying.
I was so wicked annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I have another internet checklist.
Oh, hit me.
It's good. It's a good time of year to hit the checklists.
Definitely.
I think, and they used to be all the rage. I think that, five answers to your love life or whatever.
Yeah. Well, hey, did you ever read all those trashy magazines when you were younger? Like 17 magazine or YM always had quizzes like. And the ones on Facebook now are a little worse because they're like, what kind of potato are you? And you're like, oh, I've always wondered that. I
think they've just sort of spent all their ideas. It's, so this one, are you getting an important message on your phone?
No.
Okay, then I'm going to continue. You don't have to listen to me, but other people do.
Okay.
Because they're listening. Okay, so this list was... things your boyfriend should be telling you, but
like you have spinach in your teeth, because I hate when people don't tell you that.
No, it's much more profound. But what I decided to do is that for 2020 we would switch it around so that these are things that you should be telling yourself, not that your boyfriend should be telling you, because that doesn't apply to a lot of us, right? So these are things in 2020 that you should be telling yourself. What was the
original date on this quiz?
I don't know. Why?
Okay.
Why does
I'm
it
just wondering. I'm just wondering.
These are timeless questions.
Okay, all right.
Timeless, you'll see. So number 1, I adore you.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so switch that around. Say it to yourself, Emily.
I think the boyfriends should still say it too.
Well, okay,
I think you're taking the guilt away from them right now by telling them that they don't have to say this stuff.
Well, if you have a boyfriend, that's fine. Do you have a boyfriend?
I have a married
I don't have a
person.
boyfriend.
What is that word?
I don't have a
husband.
boyfriend.
That word is husband. Sorry, I
okay,
couldn't think of it.
let's just say it to ourselves. I adore you, myself.
Can't.
I adore me.
No, can
okay,
do.
forget it. Skip. Let's go to 2.
Okay.
You inspire me
to vomit. No. Okay, sorry.
I inspire.
I'm not gonna make.
I'm gonna inspire.
I'm not gonna make fun of everything on this quiz. Sorry.
I inspire myself. Okay, I'll just speak for myself.
Okay.
I'm going to inspire myself in 2020. Okay, number 3, I'm going to respect myself. I respect you. And that, if you check your phone one more time,
I'm not meaning to. It just never rings. Listen to it. Isn't it weird? Sorry, I'm a person who doesn't like. Only 2 people in the world have my phone number, so I freak out like it's something important.
Hand it to me.
It's just my sister sending me meetings from the board meeting.
She doesn't listen to the show. I can't believe she's not listening to the show. If she listened.
I don't even know how to shut it off, Christina. Hold on a second. I'm going to put it... Wait, just hold
We're
that thought. I'm going to put it on
4.
this little moon setting.
I'm moving ahead to number 4. This is a really good one.
Okay. Wait, remind me what number 3 was again, because I had a distraction.
Okay, I respect you.
Right, okay, good.
That works pretty good.
Yep, I can deal with that one.
The next one, I just love kissing you. I don't think that's going to work too well. I mean, does it? Could you kiss yourself?
Yeah, you've got some reachable places if you want to, although you're usually covered up completely.
I know.
You have a lot of holes in your sweater today, though.
Oh, I do, don't I?
So you could do some serious kissage if you wanted to.
I don't know. I'm going to skip that one. It just doesn't really apply for me.
All right.
I don't want to change you. I don't want to change myself. No, that doesn't really apply either. Because it's just you don't want the pressure of having to change. You want to change, but not
you
because
want to change because you want to, not because someone's trying to make you.
Exactly. So that's cool. Number 6, I accept your drama. Yeah, let's accept our drama.
I do need people to say that to me because I always am having drama.
Okay, cool. Number 7, I don't know about this one. I've totally got the hots for you.
Well, you can say that yourself.
I don't know
if you need
to. Or I think I'm cool. I think I'm cool. I think I'm really cool. Why not say that to yourself?
Okay.
Why not?
Yeah, good.
Who cares? Okay, number 8. I love that you tell me off sometimes.
Huh. This is starting to get a little weird.
Well, just do you tell yourself off sometimes?
Yeah, a lot.
Probably to our detriment. We tell ourselves off a little bit too much. So I'm thinking I'm gonna
cross that one out.
I'm gonna cross out. Yeah, I don't love you telling me off.
I don't think my partner likes it when I tell him off either.
Yeah, so let's 8s.
I do it a lot.
Okay, I do
it too much, so I should do it less to him and less to myself.
So we're gonna say no go on 8. Okay, number 9. You're on my mind.
Okay.
I don't know.
That was neutral.
I mean, I am my
neutral.
mind.
Yeah. I mean, like you're already there.
But my heart is on my mind. Maybe.
Okay.
All right. We'll just change that.
Add a little asterisk to a few of them.
Okay. Number 10. You captivate me.
Some of these are redundant.
Okay. I mean, that's kind of similar to you inspire me. You captivate me.
I think they're trying to just give guys things to say so that they don't just say their same stock things to women over and over again.
Like
I think that's what they're trying to do. Like, I'm always like, John, say something sweet to me. And he literally just says, like, love you or something like that. And I'm like, can you come up with something better?
Should I give him the list? We could clean it up a little bit.
Yeah, we'll have to add some notes and some extra.
And you could use it on yourself, and then he could also use it on you.
Yeah,
and you could use it on
good.
him.
It's giving them some extra words and vocabulary that they wouldn't think of.
Okay, how about I forgive you?
That'd be good. I need that one probably lots.
That goes all directions.
Yeah,
I would like to forgive myself. I think that's hard to do.
Yeah,
that's the hardest maybe. 12. You would expect this one. I love you.
Okay. Good.
I mean, it just sounds a little pat.
Didn't they do that in the beginning? What was the first one?
I adore you. That's different.
See, yeah,
adore
they're just trying to give
passion.
dumb men more words to use so that
what they don't know adore or love. Those are not very original words.
I think they wouldn't think of both of them.
You think? I mean, if your boyfriend never says "I adore you," well, I don't know if anybody ever said "I adore you." Let me think about that. I adore you.
No, I don't think I ever heard that.
No, it's kind of an intense thing to say to somebody. I adore you.
Yeah,
it's nice.
I don't think anyone's ever said that to me.
Stop and think about it for a minute. That's pretty nice. It's pretty nice.
No, it is nice.
Okay,
so that's nice that they suggested that.
Okay,
as
I'm
a variation.
I'm going to circle. I adore you because I just think I'm going to put an asterisk by it. Okay, number 13. I can't stop talking about you. I don't want to talk about myself a lot. I don't want to not be able to stop talking about myself.
If people talk about their partners nonstop.
Yeah. Let's cross out 13.
It's kind of cute. It's kind of annoying too, I guess, to other people.
Right.
Maybe if it was your partner, you would think it was sweet.
Yeah. But if you're just saying how that they're so great, your partner
doesn't say talking good or talking bad. Maybe your partner's just talking about how awful you are all the time.
Well, I like to hear what you say about John.
Sometimes it's awful.
But
mostly it's not, though.
It's not. It's never awful. I would never characterize it that way.
No.
Okay, let's go on to 14. Okay. I see my future with you. Definitely, I'm going to say that to myself. Oh, yeah. That's a big, I'll put an exclamation point. I do see my future.
You're stuck with me, body.
No. I forgive you.
Okay.
Number 15. I just need to hold you.
Oh.
I don't know. Could that apply to a self, does this have an application self to self?
No, I think you don't get a lot of physical benefits from holding yourself. Studies have proven you get lots of physical benefits from being held by another person. You're supposed to get at least 12 like hugs a day or
Yeah,
something to be a functional human.
I can't even massage my own knee. I tried last night. Like,
Was
this
too
problem
awkward
with
for
it.
you?
It just didn't feel. It just doesn't feel the same as someone else.
I know.
Like giving you a massage on your knee.
What's the deal with that? Have you ever noticed like when you brush your own hair, it doesn't feel like anything, and then someone else brushes your hair and it feels really good? Like what's the difference?
I only brush my own hair, so I don't really know.
I am shameless in that. Foot rubbing or hair brushing, I would ask like a perfect stranger to do it if I had the opportunity, probably.
Wow. Okay.
And it always feels good if somebody else does it.
Little known facts.
I can't.
You must be part like monkey.
Maybe.
Yeah. We have to get off the air quite soon. So is there anything else? I just want to say the last one, number 16. We didn't get to that. Then that's thank you.
That's nice.
I do like that one.
Yeah. People aren't thanked enough.
Yeah. I thank me. A thank me. Try it, everybody. A thank me.
Just seems grammatically incorrect somehow.
Well, just can overlook that little problem. You're just talking to yourself. It doesn't matter. You can talk in bad grammar to yourself.
Poetic
Nobody's going to hear.
license.
Just, It just, don't do it around other people.
Yeah.
That would be a little awkward. Be in the grocery store. I thank me. Anyway, okay, so we're going to get off the air now. You've been listening to 11th Hour Radio.
With Christina Stakos and Emily Howe.
Yeah, and we're going out on a smoking grass track. Speaking of smoking
so
grass.
appropriate, Christina.
I'm a little done with smoking grass this week. But
You didn't even smoke it.
No, I didn't. I don't smoke it because it doesn't agree with me.
But it came to you just the same.
Yeah, I just burned sage instead, so...
Did you see anything weird when it was around?
What
This
do you
morning,
mean?
so I had like this horrible like migraine in the night, and so this morning I was pressing a cold cloth to my eyes to like try to get the puffiness off of them before I came in here, and I was pushing it really hard to my eyes.
You saw geometric shapes, right?
I didn't. I saw the Nestle Quick Rabbit. I don't know why.
No, you didn't. Did you
I
really?
did.
Did you? And how did that feel?
I said, John. I don't think he heard me. I was like, John, do you ever see the Nestle Quick Rabbit when you push on your eyes really hard? And he was out of the room. He was feeding the birds, so
Thank God.
He didn't hear me.
Poor guy. What he has to put up with.
I wonder if anyone
You could ask him when
I
you
haven't
get
seen the
home.
Nestle Quick Rabbit for years, not since I was like little at my grandmother's
glad
house,
you-
and it was on the side of like
Right.
the strawberry quick. And
Yeah, it's important
There
to
he was.
explain.
There he was when I pushed on my eyeballs.
Right. There he was. Sorry.
Did he have a name?
I don't know.
Anyway,
Okay. Here
we're
we go.
so glad you all made it into the new year along with us, and we're going to be back next Friday.
Yeah, we'll see you next week. Thanks
Bye.
for listening.